Welcome to the Superintendent's Forum, a budget conversation for the Wappinger Central School District. I am Jose Carrion, your Superintendent of Schools, and as you can see here in this presentation, under the title of Superintendent Schools, we have 6 offices, and through these 6 offices, this is where we funnel all of our monies to our schools and different departments and offices. We have the Office of Human Resources and Labor Relations, our Office for Compliance and Information Systems, our Curriculum Instruction, Finance and Business Development, Student Support Services, and Accessible Education, and Facilities and Operation. And as always, we take great pride in our mission statement, which in a nutshell talks about challenging our students to pursue their passions and to realize their potential while growing as responsible members of their community. We believe the collaboration needed for meaningful change is built on honesty, trust, and respect. Embracing diversity in all of its forms enriches the human experience. Health and quality of a community are dependent on the responsible contributions of all its members, as well as the active and continuous learning is essential for individuals and communities to flourish. And lastly, everyone can realize their potential. When they do, both they and the community thrive. Moving forward, as part of this conversation, the school district's budget provides for the New York educational needs of students while maintaining compliance with New York State. Is the annual spending plan for the district? Is an aggregate view of the financial numbers that drive the district's operations for the following year? Is created in alignment with the Board of Education annual goals? And is more than a collection of numbers. It is a reflection of the mission and core values previously mentioned of the Wappinger Central School District. The budget process begins when the budget calendar is brought to the Board of Education for approval in late October, early November, and ends with the annual budget when it's brought to the voters in May. It is a long and steady process for the administration, the Board of Education, and the community. This is why the Superintendent's Forum is important. Our budget calendar. The official work begins on the 2020-2021 budget after the approval of the budget calendar by the Board of Education on October 7th, 2019. It includes dates for submission of information from building and district level administrators and departments, presentations to the Board of Education and the community, and the New York State mandated budget hearing and meeting dates. Data gathered includes preliminary equipment requests, new staffing, curriculum proposals. And as you can see, we also have the approved budget calendar that can be found on the district's website at www.wappingerschools.org. How can Wappinger Central School District help to make this a community process? This is very important for us. We understand that the budget document, financial terms, and acronyms used during the budget process does not reflect everyday language used by many of us. What can we do to help? Well, this is what we do. A list of frequently used financial and budget terms has been developed to bridge the gap and have more fluent conversations with the Board of Education and the community. This is updated annually and can be found on the district's website. It's available once again at the wappingerschools.org website. Help the Wappinger Central School District build the 2020-2021 budget. We have opportunities to share your feedback, ask us questions, and gain a further understanding through district-sponsored events. For one, as I speak now, the Superintendent's Forum, a budget conversation held 3 times a year, one held in Spanish. We also have our email, which is an active email where we answer your questions, and you can provide questions, concerns, and feedback. And this email is ready to go as we speak. And once again, check out our website for the 2020-2021 budget. Prior year budget information is available on the website. We maintain archives of all of our past budgets so that you can see that our work is sustainable is responsible, and puts the needs of students first. The expense component of a school budget is broken down into 4 categories. We have benefits, which is inclusive of health insurance, Social Security, workers' compensation, transportation, instruction, which means, in a nutshell, student programs, as well as general support, facilities, personnel, business, general insurance. The New York State budget versus New York State financial reporting, as you can see here, once again, is broken down with benefits, transportation, instruction, general support, administrative component, capital component, program component. And as you can see in blue, New York State annual reporting format for school expenses, as well as New York State reporting for school budgets. The revenue components of a school budget is in these 4 categories: state aid, federal aid, property taxes, and miscellaneous. Upcoming budget dates, this is important based on the proposed budget calendar, and we encourage our Wappinger Central School District community to play an active role in this process. November 4th, 2019, Superintendent's Forum, a budget conversation. January 13th, 2020, Superintendent Forum, a budget conversation in Spanish. January 13th, 2020, our Board of Education workshop, General Support and Instruction, is the category that will be discussed, that has been discussed. And February 10th, 2020, Superintendent Forum, a budget conversation once again. Also that evening, we have the category of transportation and undistributed budget presentation, as well as vehicle replacement plan for the 2020-2021 playing a role in this presentation. April 20th, 2020 is the deadline for the Board of Education to approve the superintendent's recommended budget. And on May 5th, 2020, Community Forum, state-mandated public hearing on the budget. And lastly, May 19th, 2020, the budget vote. As you can see here, and I will have our Assistant Superintendent for Finances to discuss the 2019-2020 revenue resources.
When we look at this slide, we are looking at several areas of funding available to the Wappinger Central School District. You see the largest portion in purple at 70.54%. That is the tax levy from the prior school year. We do have a small increase in the 1920 amount at approximately 1.02%. This is the operating budget for $234,950,988.
What does a budget allow for the Wappinger School District to provide? What does a budget allow for us to provide? We will see in just a second. We see our students, we see programs, we see opportunities, we see option, and what's most important, we want to provide our students, as mentioned in our core values, the opportunities and options for them to have the optimum education here at Wappinger Central School District. How do all of these pieces get compiled to achieve providing for the educational needs of students while maintaining compliance with New York State? This is the key question here. Building and district level administrators create budgetary requests for submission. These requests include staffing, supplies and materials, equipment, new curriculum proposals, and in-service requests. The administration uses estimates for costs they have yet to be finalized. Examples include health insurance, retirement systems, energy costs, etc., etc. For example, the district's health insurance rates are not finalized until March. An estimate is used for the period from November to March for discussion purposes. Once finalized, the budget is updated accordingly. How do all of the pieces get compiled to achieve providing for the educational needs of students while maintaining compliance with New York State? The continuation of this is the administration uses estimates for revenues that have yet to be not finalized. A prime example is New York State aid. The governor's proposed New York State budget is normally released in January. From November to January, an estimate is used. An update is done in January, as applicable, to reflect any change in the estimate being used. The deadline for a New York State budget is April 1st. If the budget is passed into law, the New York State aid amount will be finalized for the district budget. Forums to gather data and opportunities for feedback, once again, provides an opportunity for the Board of Education and the community to ask questions and plays an interactive process for the Board of Education and the community. Once again, we encourage you to play an active role, share your concerns, provide feedback, help to make recommendations that you deem viable for our Wappingers Central School District learning community. All community members are invited to learn about our budget, gathers information to develop the annual budget, uses estimate in the budget, arrives all the final budget number that is proposed to the voters. All are welcome.